Kevin Feige just took over all of Marvel from not because he used to just only really be in front of the film area or film section of Marvel, from basically just the MCU. But now, getting too ahead of myself. Kevin Feige only used to be with the films. And then Jeff Loeb was with the TV shows and I think also the comics too. But now Kevin Feige is control over not just the films, but the TV shows and comics. So he's kind of completely control with all of Marvel. He oversees all of Marvel. And I feel like I was devastated when Daredevil was canceled. And so I might be getting ahead of myself again, but it would be really nice to see Daredevil back, whether it be a TV show or a film. I feel like that's the thing, is he said that all these things are going to be now interconnected with each other. And as far as Daredevil and those Marvel Netflix shows, I don't want them to be interconnected with the greater MCU. As cool as that might be, I feel like there's a different style and a different flavor and look and just texture and feel when you watch Daredevil per se, and when you watch an MCU film or when you watch Avengers, I feel like you get such a different feel and texture. No, not texture. I don't know what I said, texture, but feel an atmosphere when you watch Avengers compared to Daredevil. And I think what's interesting is they're both great in their own ways, and they're so different in their own ways. And I don't want them to really cross over because I think it wouldn't really work well. Because and I don't want Daredevil to get more lighthearted. I like its kind of rated R-esque aspects of it, and so I don't want it to really change. And so I'm thinking, I think I really want these Netflix shows to be separate. I mean, you could loosely tie them together, but all I want is just more Daredevil. I think you don't have to overdo it with everything being tied together. That's not always what I kind of want. I know that technically Daredevil already was in the MCU, but loosely connected. Like, you can only really tell that they're both in the same universe, Avengers and Daredevil, is because I think Jeff Loeb has said it. Like, other than that, they're really not connected. So yeah. So I'm definitely happy that Kevin Feige, who's such a force, and a powerful force, and a great. I just talked about this with my Stars video, but a really creative force and a really interesting force, and a type of guy who can really make magic out of already good source material. And so I'm interested to see his choices, not just the TV shows, not just the films, but also the comics too. I think he has to greenlight everything. I think that could be very interesting to see his take on different types of genres and different types of things. Also, another thing I want to talk about more quickly is maybe this is a stepping stone for him to take over Bob Iger's position and heading in the head of Disney after he leaves. Maybe Kevin Feige will do that, but I think Bob Iger has a few more years in him. Stay tuned for more videos coming right at you.